Ooh, that looks tasty.
This just in. We've just received word that there is a monster. Yes, you heard it right. A monster down at the power plant. Everything is total chaos, but we have a man on the scene right now. We take it to you.
It's a monster! Ah! Run! Run!
Well, that is very valuable information. You heard it here first, folks. Stay tuned to find out what's going to happen next.
Welcome, folks, to the Hungry Gamers, back with another game review. And today we are talking about Monster Highway, designed by Bob and Ryan Craig, with art by Alicia Volkman, and published by One Day West Games. Now, before I begin, please make sure you turn on your Klingon subtitles, because if I make any mistakes, that's where you'll find the corrections. And thank you to Manic Mark for helping with today's voiceover introduction. Monster Highway is a game in which you will be laying tiles out, attempting to get your car from the meltdown zone, which is turn a lowly little alligator into a gigantic monster, all the way back to your corner of the board, which is determined by your color. And to do that, you'll be laying tiles out, trying to create a road, and then get yourself back there, lay down your base tile, and the first person to do that will be the winner. Now, if you are not interested in how this game is played and just want to jump ahead to my final thoughts, then you want to move to the timestamp on the screen right now. For those of us still here, let's talk about how this game is played. Now, I only have one car set out here, and I'll be making my way towards the red base there, but understand that this is a game for 2 to 4 players. Each player will get their color tile for the base, and a playmat here that tells you what all the combinations of dice actually do. And so what's going to happen is very simple. On your turn, you will roll 2 dice, and then depending on what you roll will determine what it is you are able to do. And as you can see, the dice have monsters on them, they have roads on them, or they have cars on them. And as you can see, if you roll a double road, you'll play 2 tiles, a road and a car, you'll play a tile, roll the third die here, and then you can move your car up to that many tiles, whatever it is that you roll. Roll double cards, just move wherever you want. Roll a single monster, you're going to randomly place the monster. Roll a double monster, put the monster wherever it is that you want. Now, we've talked about the monster here. The monster will, unless you have rolled double monster and get to place it wherever you want, will be determined by flipping out these monster cards here. And as you can see, it tells you exactly where you're moving the monster to. And then so if we're moving to E6, it would go right there, but I'll put it face down like that. If the monster ever lands on your car, then you have to go back to the start and start over. Now, I talked about laying tiles, and what I mean by that is very simple. You are laying out literally your road as you play, trying to get your trying to get your car to a position where you're able to get your car back to where it is that you're going. As you can see, as I'm kind of drawing these here, and you'll have a hand, you kind of get to pick what you want out of your hand. You'll see that I'm not getting what I need to get myself back to where I want to go. There we go. So now finally I've gotten there. I lay that, and hopefully I will have been able to roll and get myself all the way there. Now on its surface, that is beyond simple. It is a little more complicated because as you play, there are these various special tiles that you'll be drawing that you're able to play at different times. And for the most part, you can kind of read on there what they do, but they have different effects as you play through the game and kind of add to the strategy and what it is that you're trying to do. That's it. That's how this game is played. So what do I like about this game? Obviously, as I say so often, I really appreciate the simplicity of this game. This game to me makes me think of the games that I played as a kid, and probably many of us played as a kid, Sorry, Parcheesi, those kinds of games. They're very simple. It has the kind of the roll to move going on. It's got a fair amount of randomness to it. But what it does is I like that it has that vibe, that real family game vibe, but it has a little bit more strategy. The tile laying is more interesting than you have in those games. And there is definitely a strategy of, do you want to lay out your own road, or do you want to do something that might mess with the other players' roads? Or as you saw, I was going here, I was coming this way on my little path I was creating, but maybe instead of placing my own tile, I just want to go ahead and turn the road going the other way. And now I've messed with them instead of just pursuing my own plan. So it does have a bit more to it than those classic games. I think it looks nice on the table. I like the little monster you have here. These dice are fantastic. All that I enjoy. It really feels like a throwback to those classic games, but with just a little bit more to it that makes it more interesting than playing Sorry or Parcheesi or something like that. Now, what are my quibbles with the game? And my only real quibble is to remind you that this is kind of a throwback to those old classic games, and it is a family game. Sit down with the kids or the kids and the grandparents or whatever it may be so they can play this game together. It's not going to take long. It's not hard to learn. It's none of that, and it's nothing deep or particularly heavy to the game. And with that goes the fact that it is extremely luck driven. You are going to roll the dice, and the dice are going to tell you what to do. Right here, I rolled, I can drive wherever I want. Well, if I don't have anywhere to drive, that is completely useless. If I roll this and I don't have any tiles that are going to get me anywhere, that is completely useless. You're going to be spending time drawing new tiles as you go into your hand. And again, if you don't get what you need, you're just stuck. Yes, there are ways around it. There's rerolls and swaps and those kinds of things. But again, if you haven't drawn them, you are out of luck. Even down to most of the time when you move, you're rolling a die, and you can roll a 0 and not go anywhere. So this is a hyper luck-based game. And again, if you keep in mind that this is a family style game, it's not an issue. But if you're looking for something more, then you're going to be frustrated. And then the other thing that I will say is it is possible to completely shut someone out, and they are stuck, and then they're even more reliant on luck. The last game that we played, actually the only one that I won, I managed to basically do what I have shown you here, except I did it with all the directions, and there was literally no way for my wife to get back to her corner because I had put dead ends and curved the road and sent everything in other directions, and she was literally stuck until she was able to draw this tile or this tile. And since we had played most of them earlier in the game, she was stuck. And so that can be frustrating. Now, the whole game takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes, so it probably doesn't matter. But again, that is just my big warning with this game. But there you have it, folks. That is Monster Highway. I really think if you enjoy that classic board game family night feel, and you have younger kids or people who are just looking for something quick and diverting, then this is a great option. It's not deep, it's not heavy, it's super luck-based, it's silly, it's fun, you're racing your cars around, the monster shelby steps on you, you respawn here in the middle. I mean, that's what it is. I think that is what it's intended to be, and I think it does that quite well. Just understand what it is that you're looking at. But there you have it, folks. If I made any mistakes, please let me know in the comments with a timestamp, and I'll get that into the Klingon subtitles. As always, if you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.